And full disclosure, I have tried both ways. I have tried to communicate with her. That was our first rental. And later on, I actually have bought a property without talking too much about it with her. And that was tough.
Right.
That was rough. Like, yeah. And we had some, rough time, living together. Because so I learned it both ways, like from the good and from the bad.
And especially when you're married, and I know Mike can attest to this. I mean, you're partners. You're actually business partners, and life partners. So you can't go out and make a big business decision without talking to your partner.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we teach at the Launchpad. And I think you said you did the Launchpad, right? It's like even bring your spouse to the business planning class. Like your spouse doesn't need to know or be a part of the daily operations of the business, but they need to understand what's going on.
Yes, I 100% agree. The communication is really the key. Like you said, like they really don't have to be part of the business, but you got to be transparent. What you're trying to do here, what's the impact of your decision?
Yeah,
like we're gonna move into this smaller home. It's not gonna be nice and comfortable community, but we're gonna move out there eventually, and this is gonna be an asset that will generate income for us, that will make us live more comfortable in the future.
So what happened next? So you guys are living it out in the triplex. You got a rental in the other house. Were you still at your job?
Yes.
Are you still there now?
Not with the government anymore.
Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what was the next step you guys jumped into?
So we just repeat the same process. So we move out. We bought another home. We move out of the triplex. And the triplex starts to cash flow, and then the next house that we move in, we start to fix it up. And very interesting about the next property is that it's a single family home. It has almost like a storage shed in the back, and also on the side of the home, the previous owner converted, like they enclosed it. But that was almost like a dead space. Like we have no idea how to use it. So what we did, actually my wife gave me this idea of why don't we just make that dead space a studio, and then also convert the storage shed into like an ADU or like a livable space. And then we execute that, and the single family home become almost like a triplex again. Yeah.
Are you working on that, or you did it already?
We did it already.
Oh, okay. So you're living in the main house with your family, or no?
Correct. Yes. Okay. We're living in the same house, in the main house. Yes.
Yes. And the other two, and you rented? Are they rented out yet?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And we already moved out of that property.
So you moved out of that house now?
Yes. So it's constantly, yes.
Oh, okay. So now you have the house rented out in the two separate ADU kind of scenarios.
Correct. Yes.
All right. So you got your first house rented out. You got all three of your triplex rented out, and you turned a house into a triplex.
Right.
So now you got 7 doors, 7 streams coming in based on what you told us so far.
Right.
All right. So, okay, then what happened next? Well, let me just kind of dive in really quick.
Sure.
So how are you buying these houses?
Okay, I think that's the beauty of it, because a lot of people feel like, okay, I need money to get into real estate. But if you do, it's called house hacking. What we're trying to do is called house hacking. It don't really need large capital to get into the game. So the first home, the triplex that we bought, because we moved in, it's considered primary residence. And also because it's less than 5 units, so 2 to 4 units is considered a small multifamily property. You can still financing it through residential loan instead of commercial loan. Now, the down payments that's required by, let's say, FHA loan is one of the residential loan is 3.5%. So the house that we bought, the triplex that we bought, was $235,000 with 3.5% loan down payment. It's less than $10,000.
Right.
So it doesn't break your bank to get into the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also grants for first-time buyers in some of these scenarios, right?
True,
And you can get into a house hack, which Patrick Allen wrote the book House Hacking here at
Yes.
AZREIA. Did you read that, or
I bought the book.